we're back. So yes, it's small technical difficulty. Seems when changing scene, it kind of messed up, but it's all good. We'll get Foundry back up. Shouldn't be too hard. Foundry. Find shrines. Done. Okay, cool.
There's so many me's.
There's so many U's. Is there?
We're at all of the shrines.
Oh, you are? Okay, you should be at just... I'll just drag you over. Should be at this one right here. And forgive there being a ton of doors. It did not quite import correctly. But let me just describe what it looks like anyway. Oh god, there's tons! I'm going to delete those. That is not correct. Oh dear. Why does it have to be like this?
Not like this.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So, first of all, I'll give you a brief description as you approach this shrine. So, bear with me. And let's get some music. Okay. So, as you approach, there are carvings of monkeys hanging by their tails, decorating the two cracked obelisks that stand before the shrine. And it is enclosed again by a wall, but it's completely broken up, even more so than the others you've encountered. I'd say this is probably the most, like, destroyed and, like, ransacked looking shrine. Either because it's probably maybe close to the center of Omu, but, I mean, Unk's one was, but not many people would have gone by that. But you can just tell there's, like, a lot of traffic through here. The dirt is kind of, like, packed, and the trees have been, like, scratched and leaves have been pulled off, branches broken, snapped, this and that. Just looks way more ruined. Regardless, past the obelisk is a courtyard filled with horsetails and arum lilies, which are quite exotic plants to see around here. Even some of those have been trampled and such. Before you, 5 archways open into darkness at the base of the ruin, and mounted above the central arch is a stone plaque, and it's bearing another inscription. I don't know why there are 2 Almirage tailing you, but they seem to have followed you this whole way. Alright, come on. Bugger off you two. There we go. Did we get everyone? Why is the 2 shield going? Nani? Doesn't look like everyone's on here. Let me grab you guys.
I'm struggling a little.
Ignite and Carrick. There we go. Cool. Why is there so many Carricks? Okay.
Never enough carrots.
Oh my god, how many Carricks? There we go. Alright. You all good now? You can all see?
I don't see a Vorn, but that's fine.
No? He's there on my screen, but I'll drag another one.
I'm saying the site can't be reached.
Ah.
That's
Okay,
a
try and
refresh
closing your
document.
browser and then reopening it again. What about the others? You can see stuff?
I'm fine.
Cool. Okay. That's all good then. For some reason, when I dragged out the new character, it doesn't have the name. It's weird. We'll figure it out later. Regardless, that's everything before you. And Direx is saying, As I mentioned, 5 entrances, and you can see the clear marks of some sort of portcullis. And he does gesture towards the 4 of the 5 entrances. It looks like there may have been iron spikes that kind of dug into the stone. And then he points up to the roof of them and says, "See, there's a gap."
And is there any writing of any kind?
Inside the shrine, I think there possibly is.
Usually there's writing on the outside in our experience.
And he does point towards the very end of one of the tunnels. And although it's hard to see in the dark, I think with your dark vision you might be able to see some. He points down and says there as well. And you can just about make out the inscription in Old Amurian at the end of each of these corridors. And there seems to be like a dead end, ending with like a rounded alcove to each of these. Well, actually, you can only see that on the second and fourth. The first and the fifth seem to end in like a turning, like a small turn to the right.
Well, Direx, why don't you hobble on down that main corridor there and, well, pray to whatever death god it is you follow that you don't get caught in any kind of nasty traps.
Fine. He does begin making his way.
Carrick taps him on the shoulder and says, "You're going to do great," and casts guidance on him.
Okay.
That's going to be handy because there's no way I'm untying his hands.
Great. At least he's not gagged anymore. But he does get about halfway down the entrance and stops. And this is the center one he's walking down. And then he says, like I said, this statue gives me off bad vibes. And his voice is kind of echoing at this point.
Is that a technical term? Bad vibes? I haven't quite come across it in my studies. Or are they teaching you something different in Thay?
I detect some sort of magic. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, do any of you hear that?
Do we? Do you want
You do.
I'll go in a bit closer.
Go ahead and move your token if you want.
Game is paused.
Oh, it is? Okay. Not on my screen. My bad.
Is there a token that I'm not seeing for Direx?
There isn't one yet. I'm just trying to clean up the walls.
Okay.
He's about halfway down that tunnel that you're almost where your cursor is. And as you kind of strain, trying to hear something, you don't really hear anything. And before you have a chance to ask him like what noise, he is already heading further and deeper in. And I think Carrick, you're getting close towards the very entrance. Just yeah, cool. Nothing.
Do I get the sense that maybe he was that like? Do you hear something was a lie?
Possibly. You've known him to lie before.
Yeah. Okay. Well, get in there.
Okay. Did you actually move your token in there?
I'm 3 squares down the hall.
Okay. In that case then, as soon as you kind of cross the threshold and into the shrine, you hear this incredibly loud, raucous screaming and howling as it sounds like like a cacophony of shrieking monkeys like that you've heard on the bridge before. Do you remember? That freaky yeah, that freaky kind of echoing howl of these monkeys just sounds off all around you, like ringing in your ears.
I'll Yeah. I'll kind of, and so and like it happened right when I crossed the threshold.
Yes.
So I kind of perceive that it's probably magical in nature. And yeah, kind of shout back to the group that there's some kind of noise, magical in nature, and maybe we should press on.
It begins to fade away, but you're faced with a huge statue in front of you. It's about 10 foot tall, and it is of an evil looking monkey balancing on its tail. And that tail is sat atop the stone dais in the middle of a 20-foot high chamber. The statue's limbs are splayed, hands and feet are both cupped. And on the wall behind it, you can see a sculpted relief, but it's a little bit kind of blocked by the statue's line of sight. And as you get to this point, you can see Dyrax is just to the side, and he's looking and inspecting some of these weird jutting out alcoves. And you can see that they are not just walls, but they actually seem to be carved stone like faces, and they are masks of painted stone protruding from the walls, like that of a lion, one of a zebra, one depicting a boar, and another a vulture. And they all kind of stare inwards towards the monkey statue.
Yeah, I shout back. I think there's no direct traps. I think we need all eyes on this one. I'll do a quick search for traps as well.
As you say, all eyes on this one. Give me a perception check.
Creepy.
Sending Rufus sending over.
And you got a 17.
17.
As you say that, you swear you see some sort of like mist or like a trail of a wisp escape the eyes of the statue. And as you look up at it, it's kind of intimidating, this statue like looking down at you. It is, of course, Wongo, you recall almost speaking with before.
Not our biggest fan.
You're the one who dispelled the magic as well, the curse. And as these little wisps of like smoke escape the eyes, you can't help but feel that they are meant for you. These burning eyes. But Rufus heads on in, and you're not feeling quite as alone as before.
Foreign's just waiting patiently behind Reviah and Yasin, just waiting to go in after them.
Mm-hmm.
Shimmy on down as well.
You've begun to head down the corridor. You don't hear the same shrieking or howling monkey noises, as that seems to have all been done now. Everyone heard that, by the way, not just you, Carrick, when that happened.
Heading on in.
Okay. Yep, you are greeted with the painted animal faces all around the room.
There's a vulture.
Yep, lion in the top left, boar bottom left, zebra bottom right, and vulture top right. And there looks to be, as you're like inspecting with that perception check, as you kind of look around again with that kind of focus more on the eyes, there actually is holes in the eyes of all the creatures. Like a mask would have for seeing through.
Ignir, do you see any writing in this room?
You can
Do I see anything?
you can also give me a perception check or an investigation check, either one.
I'll cast light and just try to give him advantage as we look around.
Okay, sure.
My patron is back in full force.
I gave you advantage.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Roll advantage. So where you're looking right now, you don't see any inscriptions. There is a relief at the back, but that's kind of out of line of sight at the moment. I'm just trying to clean up these doors.
I don't.
There we go.
Does Yasin have a token in here? I don't see it.
Yasin is in here, yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you're not seeing it, then I would just suggest dragging a new one on.
That's fine.
Vaughn sort of squeezes on in and goes to the back.
Screeching, yeah.
Okay, so you got an 11. Yeah, again, no writing is seen, not from your angle at least. And also with that the 17 from earlier, Carrick, not really detecting any traps. The only ominous thing you saw was that smoke escaping from the eyes.
I'll point out the holes in the animal's eyes.
Okay. Yeah, there's very clearly these masks depicting animals around the room. They do have holes where their eyes are. I'll try and make it look like there's something.
Just looking at the map here, is the right-handmost entrance the only one that had the portcullis on it?
No. Direx points out that the first, second, third, and fourth all had portcullises on them.
And they're closed or empty?
They're opened, as in they look like they could have portcullises there, but they're actually not closed. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Is this the first time you were in here, Direx?
The
So
first
you
time.
spent all day.
Yes, like I said before, I've been in here, but I didn't figure anything out, and I did not want to go in through the trapped entrances. Though, I do recall Orvex's tale, and it seems that depiction does seem to match what I have learnt already, in that they have each got a rival. And he does point out the relief, and it shows a monkey-like creature tearing into a giant serpent.
And since in your whole day of spending here, did you find? You said did you find any writings in Old Amuyan?
I did. And he kneels down and turns around. But my hands are currently bound.
Your hands to read.
Well, I'll need my hands to point, my dear.
He reads Braille, so apparently he doesn't need his eyes.
I'm pretty sure you can point with both hands.
I assumed they were like behind his back, but sure. If they're tied in front of him, then he will.
If they're behind him, I'll move them so that he's tied in front of him.
All right. Okay. In that case, then
Or just point with your nose.
he kneels down and points to the or tries to point at least. That's why he's kind of knelt, because he wants to get closer to it. And he's pointing towards the base of the dais, and on one of the steps there seems to be an inscription. It's kind of hard to see unless you're like actually either knelt down or turned around in this exact area. He says, "There. See it?" And he's pointing basically here.
Ignit.
Can I see what it says?
If you move your token there, yeah, sure. I'm being pedantic. That's the statue. You can get there. Alright, anyway. You go around behind the statue, and it does have Old Amurian written there. And it clearly states, Wongo's friend knows where to pour the water.
I read this out loud.
Wongo's friend? He looks... Ulvex looks back at the kind of relief and says, "Wait, not Moa?"
Just reading through the old campaign notes.
Is there one of these faces depicting a snake? Wait, no. Moa's not his friend, is it? No.
They fell out over a pail of water.
Hmm.
Because Wongo hid his water in Moa's gaff, and she was kind of annoyed about that. No. She owned up to the fact that that's where the pail of water was. So that's why they fell out. Definitely not friends with the snake.
But there's not a snake. There's not a snake.
No. Lion.
We even
boar.
heard of. Yeah, we haven't even heard any stories about lions or boars or vultures or zebras. Right?
Not
You heard
from the
any
tale,
legends?
no. The legend never mentioned any of those animals.
Is this statue just of Wongo or of a big monkey?
It is definitely Wongo-esque. It does look like a Sioux monster.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you're a little reminder of what that looks like. And we grab the handout as well. Yeah, here's a kind of little depiction of what a Sioux monster looks like. And it is arms splayed out and legs splayed out, and it is balancing on the very tip of its tail. So it's almost like this upside down. With this toothy canine grin on its face. Deep sunk eyes. I'll just place it there and turn it upside down. There we go.
You have any friends?
Wongo friends. I mean, I could do a spell to try to ask, but that it would only narrow it down. I could only narrow it down to. I wouldn't get a direct answer. It would just be kind of a yes or no.
This is where I got up to as well. Completely stumped. And this is the only tunnel I've been in. I'm sure it had something to do with the legend, but our native expert had somehow gone missing. How did you survive the encounter with UNT Orvex? I was resourceful. I managed to escape into a building, and... You mean you was a coward and ran away? No. Well, Hey, I'm alive. That's why you hired those thugs, wasn't it? They were doing the fighting. I was just here to translate. Well, do some translating.
I could, yeah. If you pick one of these animals, I could spend 10 minutes and ask if they're Wongo's friend, and so we'll, we have 25% chance, and that'll lower our options. Right?
You're going to ask the mask?
No, it's gonna ask a higher power.
Yeah.
Alternate solution.
Go ahead. If that's how your solution works, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Untie Dyrax and make him take the thing.
Take what thing?
Sorry, we make him, just start randomly putting water into vessels.
The only vessels? The only vessels I've determined in here are these cupped hands and feet.
I assume that's...
Oh, okay, I see now. Okay, so presumably, what we, how trapped are these other passages? I feel like if we look through them, that might do something.
Can I send Rufus down another passage?
Yeah, you can certainly have him flappity flap down. And are you casting, what spell was it, to divine this?
I was going to cast Augury.
Augury, okay. Is that a 10-minute ritual?
It's a 10-minute ritual. Just if we come up with a better idea, I'll stop it. But
okay.
For right now,
just
idly kind of conjuring up. Revia, pick one of the 4 animals.
Okay. So
Zebra. Okay. Cool.
So.
And yeah, my question is if course of action. If we were to assume Wongo's friend is the zebra, would we be right? It's not even a yes or no. It's just like a whoa, or it's good results, bad results.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm proposing that I think that our course of action would be treating Wongo's friend as the zebra.
All right. So Rufus flies down one corridor. He has to kind of avoid these webs that are in here. They are kind of draped across. So how would Rufus get past the webs down this corridor? Would you just like fly through them, or?
Try and avoid the webs if possible.
Okay, just give me a acrobatics check with him, or just a dex check.
He's proficient in acrobatics.
Is he?
That's amazing.
It's one of his listed skills.
Sweet.
That requires proficiency.
14, yeah, not bad. Okay, so he swoops under one and then flaps to get some altitude and swoops over the next and lands safely down into this alcove where through his eyes you can see there is another inscription in Old Amurian wrapped around the back of the mask.
Tits. He doesn't read Old Amurian.
No, he doesn't.
I try and copy that based on what he sees. Just copy what he sees into a notebook and show it to Ignis.
You could try. It's tricky, but it might be possible over the course of the 10 minutes. So, whilst you're copying that down, your ritual will complete at the same time, effectively. But yeah, Rufus can also see that there's clearly 2 eye holes as well, but Rufus is too small to kind of fit between both eye holes. He's like a tiny owl, isn't he? So his eyes don't really match up to the mask. Anyway, there is something weird though. There's kind of like a faint blue light on this side that Rufus can see. but when he tries to flap up near the eye holes, it's kind of blurry because he's not seeing through both.
Right.
It's kind of a weird, blurry, obscured version of what's inside the main room. But you can see Rufus flapping up near one of the eye holes, and then he flaps over to the next one. So after 10 minutes, you've fully got this inscription, and you're also completing the ritual at the same time. Now, you're reaching out to any god in particular that wants to answer you, right?
I feel like I've started to become closer to.
Zavras.
Gosh, I can't remember. Savras, yeah.
Yes.
Not Sargeras. That's a different word.
Yeah. By fire, Rupert. No, anyway, so yes, you've started to kind of reach out, and although you didn't state a god in the first place, your mind does
Yeah.
begin to wander towards it, and then suddenly it feels like your vision is snatched, and you're being like pulled along by something, and your vision kind of like turns as if your head has been kind of wrenched in a direction towards the actual statue itself, and it begins to look down at you, and you see as if like the actual eyes suddenly appear like tiny little red dots and begin to look down. The statue has not moved at all though, and as Rufus finishes reading this, and you're just about to hold it up to Ignir to show, instead you hear a voice come from the statue itself, and it says, "So, you want to read my shrine? You want to be Wongo's friend, yes? You want to know the answers?"
I do want to know the answers.
Well, tough. You're not Wongo's friend. You Wongo enemy. You spat in my face when you ruined Ring.
Oh, but would you like it back?
You're useless now. You ruined it. It's magics.
Who is your friend Wongo?
You won't know. Wongo never tell. And nor will you tell. And its eyes sort of slowly wisp towards the lion face. And the inscription that is being read, Ignir, says, in fact, I'll whisper it to you. Ignir. Yes. That's what it says.
And that was the writing that the Rufus saw?
That's right.
And that was on the top left one, the lion.
That's right.
I feel like we should.
I'll read it out, but I'm very confused. I ate one of the boar's friends.
You did? It laughed.
Okay, so
manically.
we're ready to go into all the alcoves here, no matter what.
Probably. I just really hope there aren't any flowers in these. I don't like flowers here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Should we? There's 4 of us. Should we?
Sure thing.
Right. I feel like that's kind of how this has to be done.
I think so.
Maybe.
I'll take one.
And we can and we'll be able to shout out Although I guess Ignir has to do all the reading, so he has to kind of go. Ignir has to go into each, or maybe Orvix. You're gonna be useful.
Mm,
Yeah, make Orvix go into one of them.
no shortcuts. You get kicked out of the shrine. I saw that. Just stepping through the wall.
Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
That's fine.
So I'd like to make my way in, but I'm making perception checks for any
Okay.
tiles or tripwires or anything
Okay.
funky in these webs.
There is an
What was the-
investigation check.
Ignir, what was it? The lion ate the boar's friend.
That's
Yeah, well, it says I ate the boar's friend.
I ate. Okay, cool.
25.
Okay.
okay. You can
Yeah,
clearly see the indents of a portcullis visible where the entrance is. And as you look up, there is a space for these metal bars to perhaps come down. The webs themselves look kind of freshly dusted, but it doesn't look like there's any kind of signs of a trap down here aside from the
Hasn't it been
portcullis.
cleaned of dust or?
No, they're freshly dusted, as in they've been purposefully dusted. Someone put
Right.
dust on these webs to make it look old and ancient. The work of the kobolds, basically.
Kobolds.
That's a good point, actually. I had a thought. Before I do that, can I have Rufus out, dodging the webs? I'd like him to do, like, a loop of the place, checking the roof for an entrance. And I'd like to, like, maybe myself have a little look-see around for, like, a service entrance.
Okay, yep. Give me a perception check with advantage with Rufus.
Eric also directs Vorn to follow Ignir and to stand outside whatever corridor he goes down in case the portcullis falls down to stop it.
Okay. Jason, you're not seeing any kind of dugouts or tunnels anywhere. And as Rufus looks around the top, he's fairly confident that there is no service entrance onto the top here, nor does he spot any kobold tracks on the top of this. And this is one of the tallest shrines as well, you take note of. It's a 20-foot tall shrine, unlike the others were a bit more squat.
Okay.
Yeah, so no service entrance. And gathering from the fact that you can literally just walk into the main chamber, there wouldn't possibly be need for a service entrance on this one, given that how easy it is to get in and out of the shrine.
Okay. Well, I duck under these webs.
Okay. However, Jason, despite not finding any traps with your 25, you do hear a portcullis slam down behind you. Yes.
Good stuff. Okay.
You stay. Be Wongo's friend.
Oh, goody. Hello, Wongo.
Hello.
How have you been?
Mad. Mad since no one put on ring.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Didn't quite work with my outfit.
It would have been fun. You would have had
Maybe.
lots of friends.
Okie dokie. Let's have a look at this here inscription.
Okay.
I can't read it.
No, you cannot.
I can take some paper and some charcoal, which I have, and I take a rubbing.
Okay. Taking the rubbing and then handing it perhaps back through the portcullis. Ignir, you're able to read this one as well.
How's it going down there, Yasin? Are you rubbing one out?
I don't know what you mean.
How are you doing?
Vorn is like standing ready to, like, if another portcullis drops, to like catch it mid drop.
Oh, I was just waiting for Jason to come back with the rubbing.
Yes, I'm here.
He hands it
Pass
to
it
you,
through the
and it
thing.
reads as such. Well,
And
what
this
does
is
it
for
say?
which animal is this for?
The zebra.
My only friend starved to death.
That's sad.
Only friend. Starved. Okay. So. Okay. Zebra. The lion is I ate the poor's friend.
And as you're in this chamber as well, Justin, I'll repeat, there is some sort of blue light on the eyes of the mask.
Right. Could you repeat what it says again?
My only friend starved to death.
Only friend starved to death. Blue light on the eyes.
You want to check that out?
Not really.
I can
Do it.
imagine. I understand your trepidation.
Okay, let's do this, Wongo. I do the thing.
You're finally ready to have fun. Good. And you see through the eyes of the mask, and a blue ray of light begins to emanate from the eyes and direct themselves towards one of the limbs and one of the cupped, one of the cupped limbs. It is pointing to specifically. Towards the right foot of the statue.
Right.
And this is the zebra.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, until we check out a few more of these things, we can't really be sure what that means.
And so what did the thing at the bottom of the shrine say?
Only Wongo's friend knows where to put the water.
Only Wongo's friend. Okay. Yep. Okay.
So, his friend starved to death,
And you not Wongo's friend.
and then we're not Wongo's friend, of course. Okay.
2 more to check.
I pull my
And you're
face away from
stuck in
him.
there.
Well, I don't have to be stuck in here. I can get out, but
Yeah.
But if you want to be Wongo's friend, you can.
no, I'm good. I'll just get out as and when I need to. So, who's next?
We're gonna send Orvix down one.
Okay. You really want to? Yeah, okay. Which one?
Careful with the webs. I'm not convinced that there's not some fuckery about there.
I will feel bad if you die, Orvix. Cast guidance on you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Which one should we go with?
So we've done this one. We've done this one. Right? That's our bottom,
I'll
right?
try this one.
Okay.
The portcullis does not slam down shut behind him.
Yeah, and Vorn's standing outside, ready to.
Okay. Ulvex reads from the inscription. Okay.
This is the vulture.
It
right?
is the vulture one. It says, one of the others has no friends.
What?
Like Wongo?
One of the 4 others probably. I think the lion doesn't have any. Oh, so far the lion doesn't have any friends. Okay.
Which one did you go first?
We sent.
Rufus went down to the left one. Yeah.
So am I standing down the one if Jason went down?
No.
No,
That's what
you're at
we
the
have
only. You're at the
back
last one.
Could you just repeat?
And I'll go
the-
walk inside.
Could you repeat the inscription on the left one? In fact, could you just give us all of them again so I can make a note?
Vulture is one of the others has no friends. The lion is I ate the boar's friend. The zebra,
The lion is the furthest left one.
correct. Top left. Orvix, what, look through the mask too, Orvix.
Oh, okay. It's a ray of blue light that seems to be aimed towards its left hand. The statue's left hand is lit up.
Okay, you've done very well. Promotions all around.
Okay. I can come back?
I don't know, can you?
Apparently. No portcullis here.
Oh,
Sweet. Sorry, Jason.
So
Seems
one
Wongo
left.
has taken a liking to you. And
I
he
ate
to
the
me.
boar's friend.
Dry axe, you want one?
I can't read over the moon.
I already stepped inside.
Excellent. As soon as you do, the portcullis slams behind you.
Ah. Vaughn runs over. Oh. Man.
He tries to stop it.
Lord, I thought you had my back.
You can give him a strength check if you want.
I think he was too far away, but
Yeah, but it's slammed shut. You can try and lift it up. Okay, it's too heavy. How many pounds does that thing weigh, Vaughn?
Can I see?
8, 9, 10. Starts counting up.
Vaughn, okay, Vaughn, stop counting.
Okay.
All right, what does this one say?
Igni, you get to the end, and you can tell there is a boar's mask with glowing blue eyes.
This better be
And
really revealing.
it says,
The vulture is lucky to be alive.
Be alive. Okay. So,
And if you put your eyes through the thing?
do you put your eyes through the thing?
Sure.
Okay. The ray of blue light falls onto the right. Oh, sorry, no, the left foot of the statue. Like what you see? You're getting a foot fetish, aren't you?
okay. So one of us has no friends.
And just so you're aware, Carrie,
Okay.
it seems like you're maintaining some semblance of concentration on this augury spell. I'll just point that out.
Okay. Okay, so
Like,
the
you feel
zebra
like-
has a friend.
Yeah, you feel like a mental connection still.
The zebra has a dead friend.
Right, the boar has a friend. I ate the boar's friend, so that means that the... Okay, so the boar's friend dies from getting eaten by the lion. So the boar's friend can't be the zebra. So the boar's friend has to be the vulture? No,
And,
yeah.
by,
No, that's not right. That's not right. Hang on, I'm gonna get this.
sorry, by the way, Jason, you should see through some of the doors anyway, because I've kind of deleted some so that you can.
Okay.
Yeah, like I made it so it kind of looks like eye holes, right? Does that make sense?
Got you. No, I sent that a while back. I was talking about the. I didn't realise that the doors around here were supposed to be.
Around here.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, no. They're portcullises anyway, so you can see through them, no problem.
Right. So this one, the furthest right one was my
The
own
vulture.
friend starved to death.
Yes. No. No. Wait. You pointed to the top right one. The zebra one says, "My only friend starved to death." The one you look down.
Right. Okay.
The one you're looking down right now. This is the zebra, and it says, "My only friend starved to death." The first one, the lion, was, "I ate one of the boar's friends." The only one that's not listed is the vulture, the one that Orvix read aloud, which I'll put down now. And I'll put it into text.
Which is one of the others has no friends.
That's right. One of the others has no friends.
Okay, so I think the boar and the zebra are friends. The lion ate the zebra, and the boar starved to death, and the lion doesn't have any friends. So that means the only one that is alive that has friends is the vulture.
And he's looking
Right.
at the left foot.
And he's looking left hand. The vulture's looking at the left hand.
Yes. Yeah, boar is left foot, vulture's left foot.
Correct.
That's. I'm pretty sure. Right.
I think it makes sense.
If the zebra and the boar, they're friends, but they're both dead, and the lion is alive, but he's the. But then, yeah, he's alive, and then he's the only one with no friends. This is one of the others. The vulture says. I think it's the vulture.
Okay. Works for me.
I'm willing to bet Direx's life on it.
Hey, what? Now, hold on, you better have this right. Just run it through me one last time.
Okay. So
The lion ate one of the
lion
boar's
says
friends.
he ate the boar's friend. So the boar has a friend,
Okay.
and the boar's friend is dead. And it
How
can't be
do
the
you know
lion,
the boar's friend is dead?
because it got eaten by the lion.
Oh,
It
yes.
got eaten by
Right.
someone.
It's dead, yes. That's true.
The zebra says,
The vulture is lucky to
"My
be
only
alive.
friend starved." Oh, wait. No, the zebra says, "My only
Oh,
friend
my...
starved."
Okay, right.
So then,
And then the boar says the vulture is lucky to be alive. So the vulture is definitely alive.
oh, okay. So maybe
And the vulture says one of the others has no friends. Which is...
I'm doubting myself now.
No, okay. I feel like vulture is still a good job. So we could assume that the zebra and the boar are friends, and the vulture is stating that one of the others has no friends. There's only one other that isn't like eaten or dead, which would be the lion, meaning that the vulture. Right? My brain hurts.
The monkey laughs. The statue is cackling.
I ate the boar's friend.
Which one of you would like to be Wongo's friend?
I point to Orvix.
The vulture's lucky to be alive, so maybe the lion eating something doesn't necessarily kill it, because the lion ate the vulture and then...
But the vulture is definitely alive.
One of the other.
Because I'm pretty sure like being eaten by a lion would result in.
Yeah. Okay, but my only friend starved to death. So the zebra only has one friend.
It had a friend.
Right. One of the others has no friends.
Which I think's the lion.
We know the we know the boar has a friend. We know the zebra has a friend. And then the vulture says one of the others has no friends. And so the only one that has 0 friends is the lion.
Yeah.
So we can eliminate the lion as an option.
The other 2 are dead.
My only friend starved to death. Yeah, because the lion ate the zebra. And lion ate the zebra, and then the zebra's
Boar.
only friend and then so the boar starved to death.
Yeah.
And
Meaning that
we know that the vulture is lucky to be alive, so the vulture's alive. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about the vulture.
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 Please and thank you.
Top.
So now what?
Left.
What now?
Yeah, no, same answers as before. Orvix, you're up.
What do you want me to do?
Put here. Take this water
Okay.
and put it in the left hand of that scary statue monster.
Understood. And by left, you mean its left, not my left.
Oh god.
Oh god. Weren't you the one looking through the vulture thing?
Would it help if I span round?
Oh my god.
Oh no! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
I can't move. This is just a statue.
So Orvix, you were looking through the vulture mask. Whatever hand.
Well, this one, he points to the actual statue's left hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Pouring in. Climbing. I gotta get up. It's pretty damn high.
I'll give him
Born will kind of shimmy in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. So.
Ooh, I'm gonna get out here just in case this all goes south.
Wait!
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
I would not leave.
If we want to get you out, we could just paint on the bars.
Paint off the paint off
Just
the
just paint paint the bars so like they're like really like eroded away, and then just
I
snap
can get
them
out
off.
myself pretty easily. I just wasn't
Okay.
Can
I'm
you
not
now?
thrilled about the idea of burning a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could have Vorn try and pull the portcullis.
That won't be necessary. If I'm going to use the spell slot, it'll get me out. But
Let's maybe.
You do that, you won't be Wongo, friend.
I'll just
Yeah.
fill the vulture foot with water or whatever it is.
Okay. Ulvix begins to pour
Left,
the water
the
into
hand, left hand.
Yep, left hand. He's doing so. He's got the boost from Revire, and he's pouring it in. And there's something happening. You do start to see there is a sizzling sort of sound coming from the hand, and as you look, the water is somehow like evaporating rapidly, and you start to see steam rising from the hand. In
It's a good
addition to
sign.
that, you start to
Gotta be
hear.
a good sign.
Yeah, hopefully. In addition to that, there is also a strange kind of breathing sound coming from the statue itself. And as you look, there are these motes and wisps of steam escaping. Both its eyes and mouth are issuing forth a great deal of steam that begins to swirl and surround the actual room.
Let's can we back the fuck up?
Hold on, wait, there's a cube! And in the hand of the cube there is something appearing. It's as he's got both hands, like he's got one hand steadying himself and one hand kind of pouring. And Direx does see it as well. And
We'll take care of that.
he
Alright.
says, I've got it. He like lifts himself up and grabs the cube. I'm guessing you're trying to grab it as well, Carrot.
Well, Dyrex's is. I'll mage hand grab it because Dyrex's hands are bound, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
He has no fingers.
All right, it's yours. It's yours. You should be more worried about the steam, though. There is a great deal of amount of steam coalescing inside here. Some of it wisps around and goes through the eyes of the statue, and you hear Wongo's voice once again, echoing out into the chamber. And it says, "So you figured out puzzle. Well done. It says, however, Wongo's friend knows where to pour water. And now you know where to pour water that make you Wongo's friend, yes?"
No.
We have a chance here to remedy our past transgressions, yes? I will forgive you, so long as at least one of you be my friend. Or else you can fight my children to claim it.
This is your chance.
But you have to apologize first. And mean it. And I'll hold you to that.
I'm Dexter God. I always play prank. That's just who I am.
Yes, and I'm asking you to step outside of type.
Fine.
I mean, we have the cube. We have the cube, right?
You have the cube, and there is a great deal of steam swirling around in the air. And he says, "One of you be my friend. Promise to be my friend. And I'll let you go."
But you have to apologize first and mean it. And I'll need you to swear on... Oh, who's someone you dislike? Swear on...
Moa. He doesn't like Moa.
I swear on your pet cat.
Well, I don't have a pet cat, so,
That's not what I see. You see a great, majestic beast pass by your portcullis, Ignir. And at the edge of your...
Like a big cat, or
He's a small kitty. You see a massive lion appear at the edge of your portcullis. And it doesn't seem aggressive. In fact, it actually licks its paws and looks at you, Jason, with a friendly kind of demeanor to it. And where its mane is protruding from its head, you can make out the same sort of coloration as Rufus's feathers on the mane.
Is Rufus home?
can't see. I can't see Rufus. What have you done to Rufus, you bastard?
That is Rufus.
I desummoned him.
The lion disappears.
Resummon him as an owl.
No, he's still lying. And you see him reappear. Are you making him reappear near you, like on you?
No, on the other side.
Okay, right. Reappears as lion.
I desummon him for now. We'll deal with this later.
Okay, cool. The lion disappears.
I would like to hear you swear on Teo's honor.
Obteo not. I answer not to Obteo.
No, but I'm sure he'd be mighty pissed if you went and started breaking vows on Teo's honor. On his honor. I'm sure he'd be very, very mad.
Me not break vow. Me never break vow.
I never said... sorry, break a vow is something of a misnomer. I want to hear you apologize.
Okay. I'm sorry for turning Orvex into Vulture. You turn around and you, without any sound, see that Orvex represents He kind of looks still old and bald, like he's still got the same scruffy little neck beard he had before, but it's now a vulture's neck, and he's kind of looking around like squawking randomly. And Igni, you don't feel so good. Oh, and I'm sorry for turning dragon into cute cuddly boar.
Into what?
You see a boar rear up its head towards the little eye holes, and you see instead of tusks, it's Igneous horns instead of the tusks. Look how cute he is. Oh. What's wrong, Jason? Why the long face?
Oh, tits.
You feel yourself slightly changing, but not fully. At first, you do feel like you're being pulled to your hands and knees, and your nice jacket begins to turn into a zebra print
my
jacket.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
He says, "They'll be fine. How about this? I negotiate now. I turn your friends back, so long as one of you be my friend. Yes?" You can still talk, Jason. You're just kind of like on your hands and
Yes,
knees.
no, I
with
don't
it.
want to.
Okay, you don't want to talk to him.
Dyrax, you fancy making a new friend? They seem in quite short supply these days.
It's your cue. You solve the puzzle. I think sounds like he wants to make up with you for some past transgressions, he said. Don't know what you did to piss off Wongo, but I'd rather not deal with this.
Well, we'd rather not have to choke you with that sock, but it looks like we're all out of options here, bud.
Wongo impatient. You start to see the steam coalesce into long, gangly fingers and long crooked noses, pointy ears, and they're all kind of swirling around the room still, not making any actions against you, but they have definitely started to take form one by one. One be Wongo friend. One friend for Wongo. Which one will it be?
I'm really rooting for Dyrax here. Do I still?
Yeah.
I still have all my faculties about me. My able to cast spells, etc.
You can try to cast spells. He seems to be aware of what you're doing though, and as soon as if you do try to cast a spell, he's still wondering and waiting what you'll do.
Okay. I just mage hand to see if I can waft the webbing away.
Okay. He sees you casting a spell, and he's like, and you fully polymorph into a zebra. And you are now. Thank you.
Wongo, I'll be your friend.
Oh, really?
Nay.
You, Carrick, of all people. I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I'm touched. I forgive
What
you
is-
for breaking ring. You be Wongo's friend, yes?
Sure, friendship goes both ways, though.
Hmm.
Great.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay, thank you for the cube. Have a great day.
Okay, you too. See you soon. Bye-bye. Take care now. You see the steam starts to coalesce back into his statue, and he does breathe in. And you start to see Ignir, the tusks twist back and onto the top of its head of the boar. The fur turns into scales, and Ignir returns to his former state. And as does Jason, although there does seem to still be a leopard print on his jacket. Sorry, a zebra print. And Orvix's neck kind of like retracts back in. His bald head and beak turn into, well, a bald head and mouth. Ugh. Yeah.
Okay, time to leave.
Was that it?
Yep. He just was a little lonely and wanted just some friendship.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's not quite the case, and maybe we should give you the once over for any curses and such when we
Yep.
get out of it.
Let's do that. I have the ability.
Is
We
the
have the
portcullis still up?
The portcullis, as you begin to leave and go out, it does begin to raise. And I'll just delete that.
With
There we
friends
go.
like these.
Oops.
Yeah.
There we go. Shring.
Yeah.
Hey,
I will throw a quick remove curse on myself.
You find no curse to be removed.
Great. All right. Fine. Waste the spell slot, but I know I'm not cursed.
He just
Call it good.
seemingly
Have a new friend.
just wanted to be your friend, and he's holding you to that word. It seems.
Yeah.
A form of trust has been formed with Carrick and Wongo. What that means, we have no idea. But we will take a quick break here as you walk freely and unharmed from the Shrine of Wongo with a cube in hand. Orvex is still feeling a bit like bird-like, and he kind of pecks at the wall occasionally and slaps himself. Oh, God. That felt weird. How about you guys?
Headbutts the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, bless his heart.
Means I need an old-fashioned.
I drank.
Alright, we'll be right back, guys.
That's pretty good. We did a shrine with only doing one spell.
Yes.
It's true.
And that was only
on the way out.
after the fact.
I guess we'll see.
One spell and one friend. So yes, welcome back. We are back with Last Resort Company, just fresh from Wongo's shrine. And yeah, the reason why you bumped into a Chewinga is because, like, when you moved yourself to the map, you're like, we're going to make a camp here. There's literally a Chewinga on the map, like, invisible right there. So kind of like stepped right into his little home. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was cute. So Wongo down, and what is your next destination within Omu? Just get some music.
Papa's awful, I guess.
Papazotl, or could we ask Dyrex, like, if he was going to try to find Sagmira, how, like, they must have had some plan to, like, how to reconvene.
As I said, I usually use a sending spell. I did not prepare it today, however. Mostly because you have my book.
Well, I'm not giving you back the book, so...
I didn't think you would.
Am I able to, do I know, like, I don't really know Sagmira, but I know of her and I've had her described a couple times. But do I have to kind of be more familiar with her to cast sending?
You've got the spell. You should check.
Well, no, it just says familiar.
Okay,
familiar with
familiar. Okay.
I'll link it.
Yeah, chuck it in the chat for us.
There you go.
Which you are familiar with.
Like, I know their name and I know what she roughly looks like, but
Yeah, you know their name and what they look like. I'd say that's familiar enough. With which you are familiar. You know, with D&D, they usually go by dictionary definitions. So, well known from long or close associations. Their faces, close friendship. Okay, they're definitely not friends with them. You know of them. I think familiar can mean a million different things, depending on what. Tell you what, if you allow me to cast a minor illusion, I will show you exactly what they look like. That should be enough for the spell to work.
I don't trust it. Not in the slightest.
trust has to start somewhere, though, right?
Well, I don't see why we should give him the point. We know where Papazotl is.
But we don't necessarily. But that. What if that's like a dangerous place and Sagmir is off somewhere else?
They're all dangerous places. We have to go there eventually.
I mean, I do want to know what Papazotl's is. This is the last one. The only shrine we haven't been to.
It's either that or you let me cast the sending spell.
Which you can't do because you don't have prepared. We need to do it tomorrow.
I have not prepared my spells today. That would seemingly be within the rules to allow me to prepare them.
Hmm.
And also, I've made a pretty hilarious job of most of the spellbook.
My spellbook?
Okay.
Yes.
What have you done to it?
Cool. Let's go to Papazotl.
Ugh.
I mean, whose spellbook do you think I was cutting up into tiny pieces? I wasn't going to use Raised Dead. What do you take me for? Some kind of bald psychopath?
Yes, you've insulted me enough. Let's get on with this.
Okay, say R. Soki's going in.
What? No.
Here comes the purple worm.
Oh, purple.
That isn't nearly what I meant.
Too late.
Sorry. I'm so mature.
Oh dear. So you can make your way down. Wait, down or up? Jesus.
I think we want to go
Oh, it's up
across.
there. Across. Back through Cobalt Town. Yay.
And if we get a chance to take one of these little bastards captain, we probably should, because if they've been on the maintenance teams, then we might know of other ways in.
Should we? Right before we leave Wongo's shrine, can I? I saw those tracks before, just to see. She said he was with some people at Wongo's shrine, or just like to see if I can see like maybe if like other red wizards came to check on him at Wongo's or what.
Yeah, you can make a survival check. Anyone else who wants to assist Carrick can do so as well.
Oh, my hands.
Revia. Believe in you. I'll cast guidance on Revia.
Okay. Revia then. Or
I'd do it too. I just assumed that you did.
okay.
I'm distracted, still laughing about the purple worm.
Okay, so Carrick,
No longer covered in cheese.
17's still pretty damn good, and I'm going to say that you spot, and 15 as well. 15 you'd spot the tracks, but Carrick, with a 17 you discern them as the same ones, very familiar boot print to the ones that were outside your hut this morning.
There's just one set of tracks.
No, there are two. Two medium humanoid.
But they would have been there like from yesterday.
Yeah, they're older ones. Yeah, they're like, their tracks are kind of a bit scuffed now.
And is one of them Direx's? Or the
Oh right, yeah, you would see his prints as well. Yeah, they go without saying. Yes, they were with him.
okay.
Those tracks.
Cool.
Yeah. Darek says and can't see.
Do I see like the set that I recognized going towards our camp, and then do I see like another direction the other ones go?
They seem to head east.
Okay.
Yeah.
East we go.
All right, and yeah, you're following them, I assume. So yeah, you head off back through the way of Cobalt Town. However, there doesn't seem to be any signs of them. This, of course, is daytime, and kobolds unlikely to come out at day due to their light sensitivity, which you kind of figured out last time. And so you make quite an easy travel back the way you came.
Do we want to kind of do like the shortest amount of time on the water?
Oh, you want to come up to that area, you mean?
Right. If there's a giant big crocodile god.
Oh right, yeah. You want to avoid the Bachelor, is that right?
Just minimize.
Sure.
Boating with boat phase 2, electric boataloo.
It unfolds and plonks into the water. Did I really just... Oh no, he can't even talk. He just sort of rolls his eyes and he's like... Anyway.
Yeah, like head tattoos are any classier.
So you climb on in, and it's a very short sail over towards Papazotto Shrine. And as you're going, you're probably weary, so I'm going to have you roll perception checks as you're approaching.
I'm rolling like dog shit.
Natural 20 from Igni though, I think. No? Who just rolled that? I swear I saw a 20. Oh, it's an 18 though. That's still pretty good.
I can't actually roll a 20 on perception, so
Vaughn,
That's true.
Vaughn rolled a natural
It was
20.
Vaughn. Wow, okay. I was
Yeah,
like, one of you's got it. I'm trying to figure out who. Okay.
Baby boy.
So, Vaughn lets off his alarm bell thing, which he normally does. Oh, by the way, during that counting, he got up to 600. So that's how weighted the portcullises were. Anyway, 600 pounds. Well, Vaughn's doing his little alarm, and he points towards this large crocodilian that is sort of floating there in the water. However, Carrick, you notice something else about this. There is an arrow sticking out of the top of it. And just to make things clear, this is a normal crocodile skin, it is not white.
Mm-hmm. Is it dead? Just floating at the surface?
It doesn't seem to be making a move towards you as your boat begins to sail past it.
Does it look like a crossbow bolt?
No, it is definitely an arrow with a feathered end at the end.
Kind of like a koboldy arrow thing, or?
Give me an investigation check, as you gotta really get close to this. And if you want to jump, like, yank it out. You're not sure.
If we're going past it, I'll mage hand it out. But if not, like,
Okay.
that's like not that exciting to me.
Alright, you mage hand it out, and as you yank the arrow free, you do see kind of like the body almost deflate. Bits of blood. Yeah, almost as if it's bloated there. You're not sure with the arrow. You're not really an arrow shooting expert.
Yeah.
You could.
I had it to work.
but you could be for 10 minutes.
I could be an arrow guy for 10 minutes.
Orvik says, why don't you let Revia have a look? She's quite good with a bow and arrow.
Oh, I was just giving this to you, Orvik.
It's an arrow, not a... Why do you keep giving me
sorry,
things I can't fire with my hand crossbow?
I'm not an arrow guy. Revia, here's an arrow. It might be magic.
Oh, thank
You never know.
Can I
Yeah, you
have a
can...
look at the arrow?
Sure. Give me a investigation check. Or
I'm
a
super dumb.
I'm trying to think, or a survival check. I'll allow that, because it is sort of survival based. Checking out what happened, like the scene of a crime, sort of. It's either one.
17.
17, hey, you do recognize this type of arrow.
Hey.
Yes, it is not a kobold make. It is not a very crude one or anything like that. It's actually very well crafted. It's been cut to be straight, and you could hazard a guess by the way of the feathered ends. You've actually... Hold on, let me just check something. Because I think you've purchased these before, and this might be exactly why you recognize this.
They're
It
+1
is-
arrows.
They
Are they
were a
ones
+1 arrow.
From my pal in Point 9 Tower.
Exactly, yes. They look like the +1 arrows you purchased. However, you know, as per firing an arrow like this, their magic usually is expended.
Does it still look in good enough nick to reuse as a normal arrow?
Yeah, I would say so, sure.
Sure. I'll
Somebody's rich around here.
hmm
just, yeah. I'll
And-
just pop it in my quiver with my purple arrows.
And just as you have kind of quivered it, you see there is another body of another crocodile. This one's floating belly up. There is no arrows in this one.
Mm.
Its body looks mangled. Like its limb looks kind of like contorted or like, yeah, twisted. And its tail is definitely broken in perhaps multiple sections.
Yikes.
And as you go past it, I'll drag you to the actual map. Okay. So everyone should see you guys down at the bottom left. Yeah, Rufus isn't here.
I'll get him.
What?
Shkapa.
You mean Shapa?
Oh, Tim.
Is he really? Is he really still?
A massive lion suddenly appears at the end of the boat and weighs it down. It is too many people for the boat. The lion is like collapsed in your lap.
I don't know if it is too many people for the boat.
Maybe.
Rufus, get out of it!
It lets out a yawn.
No.
Looks towards you, Jason. Sort of just tilts its head in the same way an owl would.
Yes, you look actually very cool, but I don't know if this is going to fly for right now, so I click my fingers and do something.
Okay, he's gone. Seems Wongo, when he was undoing the transformation, perhaps because Rufus wasn't available, he was in his pocket dimension. Maybe you couldn't reach him. Poor guy.
On the plus side, watching that thing spit lava is going to be really fun.
Yeah, think of the hit points.
Precisely. Okay. There is a crocodile right in front of you again. This is the one that I just said was kind of like mangled. But you have arrived at a pair of obelisks jutting out from the water. And where are we? Yes. There are kind of like a muddy lake bed. You can start to see it's more shallow around the steps, from which these rises the walled ruin, and the two columns flanking the entrance are again carved with images. These ones of long-legged birds with a needle-like beak. And at the building's front, there are some slimy steps ascending up to an archway.
Before we step out, can we check out to see if there's footsteps in the slime?
Yeah, you could do. Do you want to give me a survival check again?
Would love that. Oh, that was almost 19. 14.
Okay, so there does seem to be like some like disturbance in the slime. There's like movement on it, but it's hard to make out like actual footprints.
Yeah.
Perhaps something like trod on it and then it slipped and it sort of smeared it. But you're not able to find exact footprints.
Mm-hmm. Should we, on the off chance that Sagmira is here, should we maybe not try to ambush anybody and just be upfront? Maybe just shout out. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Worth a pop. I put my hand to my mouth and I say, "Hello out there."
There is no response, but another dead crocodile does sort of float past your boat.
Seems clear. We should probably get on dry land.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move your tokens, if you wish. Okay. As you enter in, there is a set of doors ahead of you with a plaque above them. And you can see there is a lot of moss clinging to the stonework throughout this hall. And more kind of slimy areas. But the plaque is in Old Amurian.
What does it say?
It says, Papa Zotto teaches us to bow before no one. And the mosaic on the floor is kind of covered in slime as well. But something has actually kind of moved the slime away already. And you can see it says, or rather, not it says anything, it is of a depiction of a tall bird using its long pointy beak to pin a monstrous frog-like creature with tentacles sprouting from its shoulders. And that, yeah, there is a set of heavy stone doors, sort of with a similar depiction as well.
Okay, so that's the free myth. And that tracks with the legend. Can I roll for like any obvious traps or anything on the door?
Yeah, you can roll an investigation check.
21.
There appears to be no obvious traps, and there's no lock on the door either, unlike, Kubazan's one.
Okay.
Making you believe it's probably just easy to open, though they do look incredibly heavy.
Vaughn, this is probably your forte.
Okay.
Boom.
Vaughn pushes on the doors as hard as he can, and you can hear the
It's a
metal.
pull, Vaughn. It's a pull.
He tries pulling them, and then he stops pulling, and you know what? He turns to you and just gestures towards the door, as if to like, why don't you try?
No, I'm sorry, Vaughn. I'm sorry. I tried backseat door opener. Very rude of me.
Let's out a loud.
I hate it when we fight.
Just sass you.
I mean, how can you be mad at him?
He begins pushing on the door, for a moment or two before turning around, and then he just he kind of gestures towards the door, like beckons you, as if, are you gonna help?
Yeah. Character goal. I'm trying to help.
Okay. Carrick, what's your strength score?
10.
Cool. Okay, with your combined strength, Vaughn and yourself do manage to push open the doors, and you force it open, revealing
Yeah, physical labor. It's important for me.
revealing an empty pedestal in front of you guys, and that stands in the middle of a huge chamber. There are 6 statues facing it from the alcoves. About 6 of them are in the walls, and they depict bare-chested humans with the heads of different animals. From left to right, the heads kind of resemble those of a lizard, a jaguar, a lobster, a toucan. Yes, there's a lobster man in here. So yeah, a toucan, a bat, and a frog.
More importantly, I guess, does it look like the pedestal has been triggered in the way that we've seen all the rest of, like many of the rest of the pedestals?
For that, you can roll me an investigation check.
$21.
21, not bad. Okay. Triggered. Now,
Like as it like spiraled up to present a cube like the rest, like the others have when we've completed the thing.
you search the pedestal and discover there is an outline of a stone hatch on the upper surface. And no matter how hard you try, you cannot seem to pry open the hatch. There is, however, an inscription that you can quite clearly tell wrapped all the way around the cylinder of the pedestal.
What does it say?
It says, "Comes with sunshine, leaves with night, hides in darkness, does not bite, always joined to its caster, never strays from its master.
Could we copy that in the chat?
Yes, I'll do so in just a second. If you want to move your tokens up and into the room as well, while I find that for you.
Just so you can say click. I see what's happening. It's
I'll get it in just a moment.
I have an idea.
But with that investigation check, it's difficult to know whether the hatch has been opened or not, or whether it's
Right.
yeah. Most
Do I
adjacent.
see, with that investigation check, do I see a mirror, perchance, in this room? Anyway.
No mirrors, no.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's that idea.
Can I investigate like these statues?
Yes, you can. Have a quick
See if there's
scan.
any, like, you know, traps or latches or anything that's gonna shoot out of their mouths and kill us, or if there's anything.
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll an investigation check as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be obvious holes or like movable parts, and it doesn't look like there's any kind of disturbance around the slime that have kind of, and there's a lot of moss that are around the statues. If these had animated, they would have kind of disturbed it.
Well, it doesn't look like these are gonna shoot fire at us or anything. And yes, that has to be shadow.
Yeah, I thought it was a reflection for a second, but
Cast
the shadow
cast
makes
the shadow.
yeah. So we have to cast. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take one of the cubes. I'll take Unk's cube and cast light on my ring and hold it behind the cube in line with the pedestal, so that a shadow of a cube falls on pedestal.
My God, that's a brilliant idea! Ovex exclaims, as nothing happens straight afterwards. Oh. Did nothing work? It didn't work! Damn it! Ugh. Papazotl is indeed a tricksy one. You know...
Something that said don't bow your head for anyone.
Right. Papazotto used to be a well-known, shrewd, and conniving trickster god. Very, very, very sure of himself. Like, he was royalty or something. Or at least on the same level as royalty. I don't think that helps with the riddle, though.
That sounds like very much like the rest of the trickster gods.
But, the light of your cube does seem to have an interesting effect in here, though. It's not that it does cast a shadow like you imagined it would, but the light in here seems slightly dimmer than what you would normally cast with your light spell. Oop.
What if we turn the lights off?
I'll extinguish.
Okay.
And can we close the doors?
You can if Vaughn works together with anyone else. They can close the
I
door.
just feel so bad not me. Not Ian doesn't. Carrick does. And he'll take the purple sock out of Dyrex's mouth for the moment.
That one had a lot of fluff on it.
I'll try to clean it next time.
Why are we... What? I can't see. Are you blindfolding me as well?
No, I can't see either. But just hang on. The elves do this weird thing. It's pretty cool.
Okay. So, you have hardly any vision in here. I would say those with dark vision can still see, but because you've like literally blocked off all light sources, it's pitch black. And not even those with dark vision can see in here. Although Revire, haven't you got supernatural dark?
Super duper dark.
Super duper. Okay, cool.
Super duper.
In that case, then you can still see the surrounding chamber with the 6 statues, all of their heads, kind of look a bit scary within the darkness. And I'll list again what they were. 1 second. There they are.
And Yasin, when you were investigating them, they didn't seem to have like moving parts or anything like that, right?
Not that I could see, no.
Lizard, a frog, toucan.
Is that going in like any particular order? Like,
Yeah, it's from left to right. So,
right. So lizard, jaguar, lobster, toucan, bat, frog.
yes, exactly.
Hmm. Good night. I mean, a bat is the only one here that would
Yeah.
be comfortable in darkness.
But bats bite things. Not all bats, I guess.
No, but this darkness seems to... The riddle seems to be disconnected from the...
But there's potential that this shrine has already been, like, the cube has already gone from the shrine, too.
Yes. Waste you into its cast and never strays from its master. Comes with sunshine, leaves at night, hides in darkness, does not bite.
We try playing with some light in this room while we have it all closed.
Yeah, can we try shining a light on like specific statues?
Yes, you can. Which statue would you like to shine a light onto?
Left or right?
Okay. So,
Start with the bat.
I'm thinking bat's the most logical one, but again, I'm not convinced that the riddle and the nature of the statues is connected.
alright, so who's casting light and where?
Light spell?
Yeah.
Nobody else does?
I don't
Okay.
have it.
Cool. I'll come over here, cast light. I'm just gonna cast light on a silver piece and then mage hand it around.
Okay.
And
As
I'm
you,
gonna mage hand it towards the bat statue.
okay. You move the light source towards the statue, and as the light source moves ever closer to the head of the bat, you start to see something like play with its head. It's almost like it's sort of revealing something as the light passes past its head every time. Just occasionally. And it's like it's casting a shadow deeper and an extended longer shadow as you're moving it back and forth. Longer than that which the wall depicts on the back of the alcove. that make any sense, or did that?
No.
No.
Okay. So when you cast it, the light source of a normal shadow would appear on the back of the alcove, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here, it feels like the head of the bat's shadow has extended and stretched all the way further back.
It's casting a bigger shadow than it should.
Yes, a longer shadow than what it should.
Like is there an illusion behind? It's
They're
like,
quite
is it a fake wall?
possibly. That's
I poke the tip of my sword into the wall.
you push it deep in, and it keeps going and going, and not finding anything that it hits.
It's a fake wall.
It goes straight through the wall.
Is that what the shadow does? Oh, Jesus.
Try again.
I'm so sorry.
I just heard you have a seizure.
When we had the lights on, was it still like dark behind the statue-y things?
Yeah, it was. You looked around the room, it was just pitch black to everyone else, but you could still see everything. Yeah.
Okay, so I
It
guess-
looked like, to clarify, it looked like the alcove was an alcove when you was in pitch black, yeah.
Does it look like we can move behind it? Maybe?
It could be, yeah. It's a bit of a tight crawl space, but it's roughly about 2 feet wider space behind the alcove.
Ignir, do you want to get in there?
Not particularly.
Take it for the team.
Do I have to?
Well, you don't want to be known just as the reading guy, right? You could be the
What's wrong with
squirmy-
reading?
the squirmy guy. I don't know.
I'll do it.
And we don't have Rufus to get in
I
there.
hold my
Okay.
breath, pinch my nose, and
I slap you on your back and cast guidance.
thanks, babe.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check to squeeze and shimmy around with guidance.
2 seconds.
Oh, that's good. Alright. And guidance as well, if you want to use it.
Guidance is advantage.
It's a plus
just
four.
D4.
A D plus a D4. Yeah.
Less. Okay, so 16 plus 4, 20.
Oi.
Okay. Well played. That's going to be enough that you're able to squeeze around, and starting to go past a wall, you feel nothing stopping you, and you push through it and into a tiny crawl space that's really just able to get in. There we go.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze. Don't
Thankfully,
worry.
Should have lubed you up.
some
Don't worry. This isn't my first time in a little hole.
should I ask?
Well.
He's an archaeologist. He
Oh, it's slimy.
He's not wrong. If he's really not wrong. Goodness me. Jesus.
It smells like rancid orange juice.
He's not wrong there either.
Delicious.
Jesus Christ.
This is how we meet Cameron's character. I knew it.
He's just sitting in the slimy hole like, hey guys.
I've been waiting for you.
I like to watch.
And it's just Cameron. No fantasy twist.
No, it's just me.
Yeah. Straight 10s across the board.
So, Jason, it is very dark in here. If you have dark vision, then you are able to see about a
Yes.
10 by 10 foot square room chamber, and it's hard to see in here with it being just dim light. However, there is some sort of grid on the floor which is vastly different to that of the stone textures you've been walking through, And I would say you can even make out some of the etchings in there as well. It does appear to be a... They kind of look like pressure plates. What
Of
with
course
them...
it's pressure plates.
Hmm. Let me just clarify for you. Yeah.
You know,
Etched... It's kind of like a strange grid etched into the far wall of the stone cell.
okay.
That's what you see, and I guess I should give you Okay. I'll show you this. That is the kind of situation you're seeing on the far wall there.
Okay, it looks like old tiles.
Oh.
Right. Can I like investigation to see if what's going on the floor or anything?
The floor, I take back, it's just a normal looking floor. It's the tiles on the wall that are special. The tiles seem to just be the same. So yeah, the floor seems to be the same structure as the rest of the hut, as shrine. Excuse me.
Okay. I got a torch or anything on me. Yes, I've got a torch. What kind of archaeologist wouldn't have a torch? So I'd like to light my torch and then place my hand like in front of it, casting a shadow on the tiles.
Nice.
A shadow onto the tiles. Okay. I don't think it's gonna reveal much. No, not by the looks.
Okay. Then I'd like to prop my torch up, just sort of like over here. Maybe use mold earth to make a little receptacle for it. And then I say, bunch of tiles, they all look pretty nondescript. Can't see anything, no runes or riddles about them, so as they taught me in the academy, the next step is just to poke it.
Okay.
Is it magic at all? Did you see if there's maybe something to dispel or?
I don't know, and I don't have detect magic.
Okay. Is it? Do you say it's 6 rows or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can't remember.
So
I've
it's-
dismissed the handout. There we go.
Okay, 1, 2.
7 down. 15 across.
Okay, but there's 6. I don't know how this lizard, jaguar, lobster, toucan, bat, frog play into it, but
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles that are a bit darker than the rest of them. I'd like to take out my rapier and
Okay.
poke one of the darker tiles.
Okay. Pushing it as firmly as you can doesn't seem to push in the tile at all. If anything, it feels like the tile might have already been pushed, perhaps? It does look like the actual darkened tiles are perhaps about half an inch more in than the other ones, and maybe that's what's giving it the coloration, but it does seem to be distinctly different from the rest of the tiles, which are all flat and in line with each other. But there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from which you count that are all kind of like indented slightly and discolored, all in various different positions.
Some of these have already been pressed in. I'd like to try pressing in one of the non-depressed ones.
Okay. Trying to push that one in doesn't do anything either. It seems like what it looked like, as I mentioned, it looked like pressure plates with some of them being in, but as you push them, you kind of reveal they're not. But they have been distinctly set apart by looking like they're pushed in.
I'd like to... Could I roll investigation to see if there's anything else about the room?
Any other kind of clue? Yeah. Yeah, you can roll an investigation check. 14. Okay. So, being an archaeologist, there's often many hidden things and hidden secrets, and oftentimes you would have to decipher very old languages, simple languages, that could only ever kind of translate through symbols or ideas. But it was very hard to kind of communicate exact languages when you was investigating through different tablets or like tomes. There might be some sort of hidden message here. To you, it would take some time. For others, it might not even ever be apparent. It might just be like, oh, that's just the way they're decorated. As an archaeologist, you've seen hidden messages in the very simplest of things before. And there's perhaps one here as well.
Right. But I don't see any obvious lettering or...
No, that's the odd part. There is no lettering here.
Are the so the only other writing that we've seen other than the outside is around the pedestal?
That's right. The one which begins with "comes with sunshine." If you scroll up a little bit, it's there in the chat.
Okay.
I'll copy and paste it back down.
Okay. No, it's too long. Right? Hey, are those
And the formatting went to shit.
or is that a clue, Chris? Oh, never mind.
No, it's just the copy paste went to shit. That was all.
Okay. Are they in like? Is like one band of text going around, or is it?
No, at first you kind of didn't notice that it was even an inscription. It kind of looked like a decoration of sorts, but when you kind of knelt down and looked around, yeah, they're in bands around the cylinder, as I mentioned. So the first line is all the way around the top half of the cylinder, and the bottom half is at the base of the cylinder.
So there's. There's six lines there, but we're looking for something with 7 lines.
Are you
Right.
assuming that the... I don't know if there's enough.
Right, and there's too many letters for us to like go on to. I was thinking it could be like a cipher,
Right, there's no...
but there's too
no,
many.
like,
There's
it's just blank tiles.
right, but then you said there's some those dark ones.
Yeah.
Dark and indented ones.
But if those are 7, if there's 7 rows, I don't know where and there's 6 lines and there's 6 creatures. I don't know what it's something to do with those creatures we haven't dealt with. I will also take just a skosh of paint, magic paint,
Yeah.
and on the little trap door, just paint a little circle. I'll paint a little like a little tiny cuckoo-sized door with a hinge and a little handle, just so I could peek inside it.
Okay. So you're basically drawing a hole on the top.
I'm drawing. Yeah, it's a hole with a with a little hinge and handle, so I can open it.
Okay.
So I don't know what's on the other side, so it's
Yeah. All right. You've opened up the hole. You've basically made a hole in the top of the pedestal, revealing a long, deep shaft to the supposedly to the bottom of the shrine.
Okay.
And you're trying to remember the exact things of what happened when you put the cubes back on the shrines, or like replace them. In the previous shrines, some of the cubes were already there, as maybe a trap, and in some cases they corkscrewed up to the top. And as you kind of look down into the hole, it's very dark. It probably descends some like dozens of feet.
Chris, could you post the grid up again?
Yes.
Probably start
If it was 6, I'd feel way better.
Yeah.
6 rows, but it's 7.
But yeah, the long shaft just goes into darkness. Carrick, if there was a way to like get to the bottom, maybe. It's a tiny hole as well. It's only like 3 inches by 3 inches.
Or maybe it's not lines. Maybe we just write the whole thing out on top of that.
Have you got dark vision out to 60 feet, Carrick?
I have my I don't have dark vision at all, but I would, if it's dark on there, I'd be sending down a glowing silver coin with light on it. That I have with Mage Hand.
Alright then, if that case, your Mage Hand tries to fit down in the 3-inch space. Doesn't quite get there, but he can drop the coin that would fit.
Yeah.
Okay, you drop the coin down to the very bottom of the shaft, and it does sound like it clinks down onto the bottom. It's probably, well, it doesn't matter how far away it is because you can see lights no matter how far away it is. So, well, to an extent, regardless, your dark vision is off 60 feet, doesn't really matter here. You see that the very bottom seems to be empty. The very bottom of the shaft.
Yeah, I don't think it's here. I could cast another augury spell to just confirm that while we figure stuff out.
I'm trying to
map
out the entire thing onto the grid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's my only thought. I just don't know what these. We just haven't had anything to do with these statues.
Well, somebody killed those crocodiles out there.
That's a very good point, Orvex. Thank you. As Carrick is setting up his ritual.
And must I remind you, we don't use arrows, nor do our hired muscle use them. We use crossbows.
What color were these arrows? Give me a look at that arrow.
They weren't.
Could this be the Yellow Banner's arrows signature? Curve?
Oh.
The yellow, black, white feathers? Of course. How could I not have seen it before?
They are not. They're not yellow in the slightest. They are identical to Revire's, except Revire's are now painted purple.
Yeah, I guess while we're figuring out, yes, our character's gonna just cast augury and just be asking if we do everything correctly, can we find the puzzle cube of Papalzotl in this shrine? Yeah.
So, as you, unless anyone else to try anything, I'm gonna go ahead and.
I'm interested.
Sorry, Kirsty.
Blah, blah. My brain isn't working. But I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to put all the letters of the thing against the grid, and so far I've got the word cover with the letters cover against the dark squares. Just trying to figure out what the other four are.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But I've lost my place now.
In that case, I'll give you 10 in-game minutes,
Just a couple more
which
minutes.
is the equivalent of 1 out-of-game minute. I'm joking. You can take as long as you need, but
I'm trying to do the same thing and I've just got complete nonsense, but maybe I've just copied the grid down wrong. I've just got COEE.
I've got COVER.
cover.
Are you doing, is each line getting its own line? Or are you just going straight through?
I'm just going straight through, but a space in between.
Oh, a space in between. Okay. Mark.
Cover? Well, that can't be a coincidence, right?
Orvix grown-ups are talking.
Go read something.
Cover something?
Cover, maybe we have to cover the head, no, cover the, was it, don't bow? Signir, what does it say?
Which one?
What did the inscription say as we first walked in?
It's a bow.
Papazotl tells us
Yeah, not to bow
to
to
bow.
bow to no one.
Eyes.
cover eyes.
Cover eyes. I got
The
you
eyes on the
white.
statue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what have we got? Lots of. We'll take a. I'll take a bed. Like we must all have bedrolls,
Yeah. Just cover them up.
blankets, and bedrolls, and yeah, drape them over the eyes of the 6 statues.
It's convenient that they did this one in common.
Yeah, the translation from Old Omuin to Common is
I
real.
suppose.
Very good.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Well, actually, I don't think I ever said it was Older Moon on the riddle. You just said, "Is there inscription?" I went, "Yeah." There is. But in fact, I didn't even read it in Orvex's voice, did I? Yeah, that was the clue. Anyway, sorry. Moving along. It's all good. So the eyes of the heads are being covered. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or do we have to cover our eyes? Their eyes. That makes sense. They're statues. Okay, cover the statue eyes.
Okay, we'll cover theirs, and if that doesn't work, we'll cover our eyes, okay?
I want to come on through.
Okay, you cover with blankets and blindfolds or whatever you need. Capes.
I prestidigitate Yasin, so he's non-slimy.
Non-slime. Okay, cool. He does crawl back out, no problem. That slime did do a treat as you were heading in that side. So, covering the statue of all the statue's eyes, you do suddenly hear a rumbling sound, very distant. And as the pedestal finally corkscrews up, sadly, there is no prize for you to collect this time.
Went through all that brain power for nothing.
Damn it.
At least
Well, we would have gotten it. Yeah.
I'm sure we got it much quicker than they did.
But that means that maybe the Red Wizards don't have this.
It seems there's
If they
another
don't-
player afoot.
There is the Yellow Banner out there. You wouldn't know anything about the Yellow Banner, would you, Dyrix?
They are a well-accomplished adventuring party, I heard.
Perhaps the most accomplished, I think you mean. But yes, we believe they might be in the area as well. Also looking for the Tomb of the 9 Gods.
We did come across their encampment, but found nothing except their tattered yellow banner.
Pretty poor service, if you ask me. Wouldn't exactly call them competition.
Well, it seems with that all the cubes are accounted for. If that means... If the cubes have not left Omu, they are still here.
Yeah, we need to, I think we need to find your, would you refer to her as your leader, Sagmira?
She is. But she's not
Yeah.
the leader of all the Red Wizards. She is just our expedition's leader.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope we can reach an accord.
Yeah, while we're all safely in this little room, what does everyone feel like if we give Dyrix back his hands for a quick minute, and he can
I
cast
think that would be a terrible idea.
with all of us here in this enclosed space?
So you can cast Cone of Cold again.
Oh, well, we'll spread out a little bit.
You
We'll
want me to
have Vaughn right behind
You want me
him.
to stand facing the corner? I will. Or you can even put me inside that little alcove or whatever. Whatever I can do to assure you some semblance of trust and safety, I will do it.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
He just sounds shifty.
He just doesn't.
I want to believe.
Go right ahead.
I want to believe.
Yep, I think it's a great idea.
He seems to be telling the truth, but he's got this kind of exasperation in his voice, like he's just done with
Like
trying to.
Like he's had a sock in his mouth all day.
Yeah, right, like that. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Ignir, you ready? You ready in case he tries to pull something?
Happy to stop him from casting any spells.
What except for the sending spell, which we're gonna
Except,
let
yes,
go off.
exactly. Except for the sending.
I'll
The door is shut. We're in here. I'll go into the corner if you want.
yeah. I'll
Yeah,
undo
Orvix.
the pattern.
Now is crossbow time.
All right.
I'll just turn him towards the corner. Just stand a couple paces behind him.
Orvix points a crossbow into his back. Try any funny business. You'll be getting this oversized crossbow bolt in your back.
Oh look, you did manage to fit it in there.
I did. It almost tumbles out as he's pushing it into the back. Like, oh shit! He's got both hands on his hand. Crossbow.
Where should we try to meet up with Sagmira? Maybe at the entrance, or just? You said she's at the amphitheater, Dyrix?
That's where we last camped. But they could be on the move by now. It's been a whole night.
Right.
My guess is they would
What
have
if we-
headed to one of the outlying shrines. Probably Unk's.
Ooh.
Which means they're still there, right? I think Orvix would have said that. Oh, they're probably definitely there.
Yeah.
Where would you like us to meet?
Well, we might as well meet at the Temple of the Nine Gods, surely.
Yeah, the entrance.
Very well. He begins flicking through his book if you've handed it back to him. And
I'm preparing my counterspell.
okay. He searches through. Right. He slams the book shut. He turns just slightly to the right, just giving you a side eye, Jasin. And he says under his breath, tore up my book. He turns back into the corner, sort of like confirming that you were just lying and tricking him about his book being ruined. He begins casting the verbal and somatic components for Ascending spell. And you see a small red glow appearing from his mouth as he does this. And you also see the runes on the side of his head actually start to give off a slight red glow as well. And you do, if you want, you can use an Arcana check to identify said spell that he's casting.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game.
21.
21. It's 100% the sending spell he's cast. As for you, Carrick, you're a little bit put off by the fact that there's a red glow. Jason's magic doesn't manifest that way, but
Dimension door.
yeah, stop him! No. However, it doesn't seem like Jason makes a move against him, and so maybe you're confident. Ignir, you understand. With the 23, you understand that everyone has their slight flavor or style when casting magic. It seems as though those runes on his side of his head do seem to hold some sort of semblance of magic. May even be like a spell inscribed onto his head. That wouldn't be out of the realms of impossible. Yes. Congratulations.
I poke his head when he's casting.
That's right, you've unlocked spell tattoos. No, anyway, so he does indeed cast Sending. However, a moment or two passes. The red glow fades away. And he turns slowly.
Do we not hear him talking?
He turns slowly, with his hands in the air. Don't need this anymore. And he holds out the book. Ulvex takes it back off of him. Yeah, good. And... wait, did you even cast a spell? Yes, the sending spell worked just fine. And Zagmira is, well, thankfully still alive. And will meet you by the 9 shrine. The tomb of the 9 gods, sorry. It is apparently the obelisk. They have discovered something. To the north of Omu. An entrance of sorts. But it is sealed shut. Why are you giving me that look? I did exactly as you asked. We have a meeting place.
That's great.
Great.
Well, let's go. Those hands of yours bound up again.
Certainly. Okay, and... no, you know what? There's no need for an insight check. You told the truth.
Or is that just what you want us to think?
Let us to the shrine. Let us to the tomb. We can get this allegiance cemented in stone. And you guys are binding him? Are you gagging him as well?
Yeah. Let's do the whole.
All right. The
I'll
sock is...
I'll prestidigitate the sock to make it taste minty.
Nice. All right. Okay. In that case, then, you're leaving the shrine, climbing aboard the boat.
That was a weird puzzle. I would not have.
Yeah, that's
Nice
why.
job, Kirsty. Nice job, by the way.
Yeah, Kirsty, you
And Connor.
pulled them out of the dark with that one, and honestly, I'm not a massive fan of that shrine, which is why I wasn't too worried of whether you completed or not. I chose that to be the one, of course. I chose that one to be the one that there hadn't been a cube. It's like someone's taken the cube.
Bit of a cruddy puzzle. Like, especially if you're around a table and, like, what, you need to show everyone that grid?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Like,
I was thinking about it, it's like the riddle, how do you fit 10 horses in 9 stables? Like you draw 9 boxes and you write 10 horses boxes and letters.
right.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say a blender.
Yeah. Like, I'm not a big fan of that one either. Which is a shame because it's the most like riddle puzzle of them all. But then it goes and throws that extra caveat in.
It
And you're
feels like
huh?
it feels like extra escape from me.
And also, what does that have to do with bowing down? Nothing. So
Yeah.
I wasn't too
yeah.
fussed if you completed that one or not, knowing that it didn't
But
matter.
we did 9 for 9.
I mean, yeah,
We've
you
seen them
still
all.
you still did the puzzles, and you can still pat yourselves on the back for it because, yeah, you've at least visited them and completed the puzzle. But yeah, don't worry. If you hadn't have got it, it wasn't the end of the world because clearly that cube had already been taken, and someone outside had murdered a load of crocodiles. So
So what you're saying is, we level up.
well, what level are you now? 7?
7.
Yeah, 7's good. It's a nice strong level right there. Okay.
That's
It's
a
no
solid no.
8.
No, 8.
8, too powerful. D level.
Do you though? Okay.
Okay,
All
so heading back
I
out
don't
and
know what
into
we're
the.
gonna do when we get to this. When we
Nor
meet
am
with
I.
this lady.
I didn't expect you to get this far. Okay, Sag Mirror, jeez. We're doing that already? Just give me a moment then. But feel free to talk amongst yourselves as you're making your way there.
True LRC fashion. We're just like, let's go straight to the big game.
Are we thinking about?
Sorry, say that again.
Do we think this is smart?
Oh, absolutely not.
There's smart potential, but I don't think there's a lot of not smart potential. Like allying with them. This does accomplish us being closer to 2 cubes that we need, like in proximity.
And then we still got the
But I don't think they're gonna necessarily like if we don't wanna fight them, then we have to ally with them, and they're still not gonna give them to us. We'll just all put them in together and wait to be betrayed.
It's like, what? Well,
Why don't we just betray them first?
I mean, if we get there ahead of time, we could set up a bit of a situation.
Yeah, so we can scout the area out, maybe put Revire up somewhere high with a nice vantage point.
I could preset silence into Vorn, or even just have silence preset within, but I think that doesn't really work because they're going to be.
If we keep Dyrax back with Revire or whoever's hanging back, Ignite, you can disguise yourself as Dyrax. We can hopefully get close to you, close to them if we're using you in some kind of hostage exchange.
I don't think we should underestimate that these are really smart. That she's the leader of the Red Wizard expedition team, so probably gonna be pretty wily.
I don't know, the rest of them seem pretty thick.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of hubris on their side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, of course, none here. Let's maybe just go scout out the area. We're going to be doing a lot of speculating until we at least see the place.
Right. And I'm a little worried about us being in a contained space. But like, if we can get there, I think the first thing to do would maybe just be set up the dome, and have that be like our little. I guess that means you can't really come out, but we'll be kind of safe from a lot of stuff in there, and we could do our negotiating from a point of strength. I don't know.
Also works. Either way, I think first step.
I think Revia being super sneaky, out and about, ready to, and like as a, basically pull a bag of nails.
Fish in a barrel.
Move, yeah. Like this might be the time to use that, the poison, if it does, and just, you would just be able to just do silly amount of damage.
Either way, I think first step is to get out of here and get
Yeah.
eyeballs on where we're going.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you're like on the way, talking as you're going. It's quite a little bit of a journey, but
Whilst we're on the boat, which can comfortably fit up to 15 medium creatures,
good.
I'd like to try and resummon Rufus as a owl.
He's still a lion, unfortunately.
Do you want me to try to dispel magic on him?
Give it a pop. I can always
Third
recast
level
the buddy
slot.
spell.
Do we want?
Okay.
Do we want to? Would it be useful to do that now or to do it later? You want it now?
You don't want Rufus
Well-
as a lion?
As much as I appreciate him as a lion, and I also appreciate he's more useful as a flying scout than he is a lion, especially in this situation.
I will admit that is true.
He can't attack, right? As a familiar.
No, yes, he can't attack either.
Yeah. So it's just more hit points. I will.
He only has 1 hit point regardless.
Yeah, I will cast Dispel Magic on Rufus.
Okay. The spell seems to be taking effect, but you're keenly aware this is not necessarily like a traditional polymorph spell. There's something very peculiar about it. Wongo's magic is indeed strange and mystical, and I don't think you dropped that. I mean, have you been casting any... You haven't cast any concentration spells since, have you? Oh yeah, no, you would have to do the concentration on the other thing. Okay.
I
Should have
haven't cast any
mentioned...
concentration spells.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But when he's casting a ritual, he's kind of concentrating. When you were casting, or about to cast Augury, with Revire kind of solving the puzzle, you felt like a connection sever that was with Wongo when you cast Augury within his shrine. Except it didn't sever at the point where you would initially think it to be. It didn't feel like you lost communication with the shrine. It felt like you lost communication with something else somewhere here within Omu. You can't pinpoint it. That's one of the real issues. But regardless, that was earlier. Casting Dispel Magic here. Let me check. I don't think it works. It's not a type of magic you've been able to dispel before.
Yeah.
However, you can roll me an Arcana check because there is something you're seeing that's
gonna be high.
Before I tell you, you can guess what it is. It's not a. It is a magical effect, but it's not a one you can dispel.
So is it a curse?
Yes, it's a curse.
Yeah, that was my. Yeah. Okay. I can do. I'll do it. I'll do it later.
Okay. It can be done, but unfortunately it's a curse rather than a magical effect. I kind of feel mean. You can take your dispel magic back. I'm not going to say you don't have to spend the spell slot, but you do need to prepare.
Okay.
You will need to prepare remove curse and then do that later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
All right, no problem. Okay.
And
Till then, we've got a line.
I'll kind of internally, just mentally kind of laugh and just say, "That's very clever, Wongo."
An echoed long laugh dissipates away. You swear you might have just heard it in your own mind, rather than actually hear
that fever still sticking around.
it. Yeah, perhaps.
I'm not crazy. They're all crazy.
Okay, let me grab Lion Rufus and bring him over. Because we can take you to... I mean, you can still try to scout it in other ways, rather than just send Rufus in. You've got Pass Without a Trace or such and such. If you still wanted to.
I think we're just kind of heading. We're just kind of heading there, just to kind of get there fast,
Okay.
and then we were gonna scout around the area once we get there.
All right. In that case, then,
Right?
as you
Right,
guys,
I think so.
okay,
Sounds right.
let's see. thing is, as you're approaching, you're seeing the biggest way marker is this very large obelisk that has sat at the entrance to this narrow cave. And the cave is clearly like carved, man-made, and it's kind of like a straight line back. But there are individuals walking around the outside, and they seem to be on guard. They're kind of patrolling up and down, and you notice they're armed with heavy crossbows, and they have other weapons kind of by their sides as well. They
Sorry,
look
what kind of
humanoids.
creature?
Yeah, they're humans,
Humanoids.
but they're dressed not in any particular like fashion or colors or anything. But there's about 4, 5, 6, like 8 of them perhaps.
We'll pull the gag out of our dude
Okay.
and ask him, are these guys with you?
Yes, 2 of them are. I recognize them immediately.
Damn.
And I think they've spotted you.
Yeah, we're not hiding. We wave at them.
They suddenly turn all in the same direction to behind the obelisk. And they say something. They're here. And I'm going to drag you to the map.
All those plans. Good thing we didn't plan too much more on that, setting up an ambush.
Yeah. Either they got here very quickly, or
Or
they were
here.
already here. Yeah.
It's where I would have set up a camp. I think we would have said that.
Okay. You're seeing the map, guys? I hope.
I'll stick. Not yet. I don't.
Okay.
It loaded. I just don't know if I don't think we're on there.
It will take a while to load, I think.
Oh yeah, we're on there. Oh,
You're at the
shit.
bottom. What?
They're all right there.
Here they are, right there. Anyway, so let's see here. As they all alert who is seemingly behind the statue, I see Carrick trying to get a better view.
I was just trying to stand next to Vorn.
Okay, yeah, Vaughn's right there.
I'd be next to Vorn. Yeah.
As you do happen to step next to Vaughn, though, you do see around the pillar something begin to move into line of sight. And I say something because you're confused. At first, it looks like a very old, wizened woman with grey skin, wrinkling, and a staff in one hand, sort of supporting her. And then the other half reveals itself from the side of the pillar. And you see a young girl with kind of, she might be adolescent, probably just early teens maybe? It's hard to make out because of half the face kind of contorting and twisting to an old, wrinkled face. You're unsure just what age this person is, but their hand on that side seems to be, smooth-skinned, and they look towards you and say, this is the last resort company I've heard of. These are the ones you mentioned, Dyrax, yes? It is. I mean... They put a sock in your mouth. How clever.
Got a sharp tongue, that one.
Yes, it's
He's
probably
all too
how
willing
he...
to use it to cast Cone of Cold or whatever.
He's got himself into trouble before with that tongue of his.
Yes.
Did you find the cube at Wongo's shrine, Dyrax? He gestures with his head towards you guys. Oh? The esteemed adventurers outwitted you. Or perhaps you're just too dumb. She whistles to the back of the group, and you see two of the thugs come over. Would you help Direx?
That's probably far enough.
No. I would like my companion back. The two thugs are kind of like stuck between you and her now.
We'd like a lot of things. Your companion tried to kill us, so we're just holding on to things for now.
What did I say? We've made enough enemies in this place as it is. The UNT practically breathing down our necks. The kobolds are probably plotting something as we speak. And let's not even talk about the veggie pygmies. Now, I will take full responsibility for anything Direx has done untoward. He stands for the Red Wizards, and therefore stands for me. But I did not give an order to attack your kind. He went rogue, and on his behalf, you have my humblest of apologies.
We're in for a bit more of a material recompense, and we believe you have some 2 puzzle cubes that we'd be happy to trade Direx back for.
You want our hard-earned puzzle cubes?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we are right here, at the entrance. There's no need to bargain with cubes.
Well, I think we'll need 9 to get in.
Is that someone's lining up a firewall? What's going on here?
Just double checking how big a 20
What is this? What is this radius?
That's just Yasin eyeballing the situation.
Just having a look.
Adjusting your monocle.
No harm in having a look, is there?
No, that's true. You've targeted Carrick though, watch out. And Orvix. Good God, I'm getting back.
I don't know if I've got any of them targeted. I don't know what
Oh no, someone...
Black dot.
Oh, it's Igni. It's Igni. Okay.
What are you doing?
Don't hurt me.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is the situation. We both want to get inside the shrine. I mean, the tomb. We have found the entrance. And she points right back behind her towards, like, this cave entrance. If you give us the puzzle cubes that don't interrupt, we can open the shrine and we can all go in together.
We don't. How many do you have?
First of all, do you agree to this?
No.
No.
Follow-up question. It's a moot point if we don't have all the cubes.
Well, how many do you have? You show me yours, and I'll show you mine. And it's weird. She suddenly said that in a very kind of young, childlike voice. And it almost had a childlike demeanor to it as well. Let's play show and tell.
Okay. All right.
Violently unsettled.
She suddenly like twitches and winces slightly, and then blinks with one eye. It looks like a wink, but it's clearly a twitch.
She is not right in the head.
No. You know you're slightly off-putting, right?
I'll turn to my left. She sort of hides herself behind half the obelisk. And Igni, this is the same obelisk you saw way back in your vision, and your mind is cast back. Yeah, this is the black obelisk from your vision. And even now, it kind of emanates a strange kind of feeling to it. It's kind of gives you a ominous sensation. And you're not sure why. That ominous sensation extends to Revire as well. Just seeing something so... what's the word? Reno, has anyone seen the material Vanta Black before?
Yeah. So it's just like so dark that it like.
Right. There is no reflection from the sun off this pillar, which you would expect with a kind of carved piece of stone. It's smooth, and yet it gives no reflection. It's almost like it's absorbing light rather than reflecting it.
You like that?
So, what was we saying? That's right. You have unks. She starts tallying them with her fingers. You have Kubazans. And she lists all the ones that you have. So that's 6. No?
Yep, that's 6.
Wongo, Shikambi, Unk, Obalaka, Moa, and Kubazan.
Kubazan.
Yeah, 6. Correct. So...
And you have...
we have... well, let me see them first.
No.
I know which
you
ones
have-
you... I know which
have
ones you
Nang Nang.
have. Let's not play this game. Come on.
Right, well, you have Nang Nangs and Ijins.
Maybe.
Which
kind of-
means that Papa Zoltals is unaccounted for.
She squints her eyes. You're playing porkies with me. You have Papa Zottles, don't you?
Nope.
We were just at Papa Zoltal's shrine. Dyrex, you can shake or nod your head to communicate, but we were just there, and there is no cube there.
He
Isn't
nods.
that right, Dyrex?
He nods his head. Fervently. Dyrax. Stop getting... Don't take sides, Dyrax. You're still with us, remember? Didn't cast a spell on my friend, did you?
Carrick's gonna say these two in front of him. I'd appreciate it if you get out of my face a little bit, and then have Vorn just kind of stomp.
Okay, they do step backwards.
Yeah. Cool.
That sounded almost scripted, if I'm honest. It sounded like you preemptively told him to tell you this.
And you lads there on the left. Wouldn't mind if you got
Yeah.
off our flanks as well.
Yeah, we don't want you sneaking around us. This line line gets jumpy.
They don't move an inch. And Zagmira turns to you and says, they're fine where they are. They needed to stretch their legs after all. Been sitting here for a while, waiting for someone to finish collecting the rest. And you've done just that. Now, if we don't have Papa Zottel's cube, and you don't have Papa Zottel's cube, well then, who has the cube?
That is the question.
It's not that sneaky snake, is it? Rasnasi? He would probably intervene.
Oh, I don't think he's he's gonna be doing
Don't worry about
anything.
him.
Whoa! You sound confident.
Yes, unless he figures out some way out of the soulmonger, then
He won't be bothering anyone for a while.
How exciting! You really are the adventurers you've been rumored to be. You killed him?
Maybe a little.
She giggles. If that's the case, then the cube must be here.
Well, most likely it's with, oh, what are they called? The...
Purple flag.
Banner?
You know, in all our time here, we haven't encountered
somebody
them.
somebody who shoots magic arrows
She looks
and
over.
really doesn't like crocodiles.
Yes, we did discover that. We have been by Papazotl Shrine. Sorry I didn't get word to you sooner, Direx. But yes, we have spotted the same things you've just described. Magical arrows. And she swaps over to the other side of the obelisk, and her cute, sort of young face is appearing. And she says, "And you have some just like it." And she points to you, Revire.
Oh, no, mine are purple.
Purple, obviously.
I
for branding.
them, so I know which are mine. So I never get mixed up with anyone else, you know.
For this exact situation.
Exactly, just so no one can take credit for my kills. I don't take credit for theirs. It gets a bit awkward.
I think you bought +1 arrows and then painted your own, didn't you? Painted new ones, brand new ones.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
right.
a bit of
Yeah.
a that's a deception check unless you slipped up. So
I slipped up, but fuck it, I said it. So.
okay, cool. Let's roll with it. Let's see what
I
she
have a
gets.
-1.
Okay.
That's what you rolled
know?
19 on?
Oh my god.
Ah,
Was
shit.
it? Holy moly. Oh wow. She sees right through that. You're telling porkies again. And she twitches.
What does that even mean, Porkies? I don't understand it.
She comes over to the other side and says, "It means you're lying." And hits her other wizened, old, wrinkled face.
I do have purple arrows.
Mm.
I will produce one for show and tell purposes.
She goes, very, very, and then she swaps over to the other side of the pillar, almost dancing to it. Pretty! And then she jumps back to the other side.
Zagmira, let me ask you a question. If we were to cooperate and we all head in to the tomb at the same time together, what are the chances that you'd be betraying us and get rid of us at the soonest opportunity?
That's such a loaded question.
Is it?
She eyes the rest of your group, almost as if counting
We're
you.
just here to build trust, and it would really, you just telling us that you're not going to be betraying us would be a good first step.
We have the same goal, do we not? We want to both get the Soulmonger.
We want to end the death curse.
And
I
by
also feel like it's
virtue,
really not that hard to say you won't do it.
and by that same virtue, end the death curse, is what I was about to say.
And about the part about you not betraying us?
That seems very rash. That seems like a decision that both of us would not benefit from. I imagine a lot of death and destruction would come of such a what's the word? Yes, bold move.
Yeah. Again,
There
you're not saying.
Probably be losses on both sides. You can roll me an insight check, everyone.
Yeah.
My
Tell me.
But one thing's for certain. The victor would definitely get their hands on all the cubes.
All but one.
Well, most of them is good enough. And I think maybe you do have it, and you're just not letting on. The ranger might have it.
Maybe make your move then.
That sounds like a threat.
No, come on. We can't go around throwing around threats and accusations, because when it comes to building new relationships, they can be a bit... What's the word? Oh yes. Corrosive.
Okay, hold up. Roll initiative. Oh god. She knew it was coming. If anything, Jason, you're probably getting this up because you can see she is also twirling her fingers and casting a spell. Oh god, stop! Stop, man. There's an initiative check with these things.
I couldn't roll initiative until I placed the template.
Okay, well, good god. Yeah, this is gonna get brutally bloody, like she just said. However, this is the best time for it. I think. Well, let's see. This is gonna be a big combat.
Yeah, should we?
I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll tell you what.
You're actually the first guy.
Directs.
I'd like. Oh god, it's happening. It's happening. Screw it, we got 15 minutes. But if this goes over 3, we'll say we can save the rest. In fact, I've got a good idea of when it will.
No, and they rolled some pretty bad initiative.
It is always a shame when you're the instigator and yet it's always like it's held back by the roll. But that's the thing. She wouldn't notice you beginning to say the somatic components, waving your hands. It's a very big tell, especially to wizards like this. And I think they were just in the same mindset as you guys. However, Jason, this is what I will allow. Because you instigated, you've negated 2 of the wizard's surprise rounds. So that is still huge. And yes, although there is only one wizard on the map, we'll soon discover what's about to go down. So don't worry. Although you didn't get to get your spell straight through, which by the way, you just killed hundreds of my thugs, which I need to restore their HP. So let me do that.
It didn't go through?
It didn't go through, but it is... Because when you cast a spell, if you're declaring you're casting a spell, that is the call for initiative.
Right.
Okay. If it was a surprise round, like they didn't see it coming, then absolutely, you could probably get this off without ever them reacting. But I'm afraid the fact that they can see you, you can see them, they have got counterspell ready, of course. That would be an absolute...
Good thing we do too.
Yes, for sure. We'll have to let that fly through combat because it's very obvious when you're beginning to conjure acid into the air. All these thugs have their crossbows now trained on you, and I think initiative is the right call. However, because you're instigating, they don't get a jump on you. And when I say they, I mean the ones who you can't see. So it's still a good thing that you instigated because you might not die. Anyway, I think that's everyone on the turn order, by the way. Revire, you're actually up first.
Okay.
So what you would see is Jason about to cast this spell, and then all of the thugs have pulled up their heavy crossbows, aimed them, and are about to fire. Zagmira herself had one hand behind the pillar, casting a spell almost exactly the same time as Jason was.
Okay. Chris, is an action or a bonus action to apply poison to a weapon?
It is actually an action, unless you're a thief. Or a poisoner. There's a new feat in Tash's which you can do that with.
I am neither of those. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Sorry. 2 seconds to try and use my brain.
Trying to use your brain. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I think we might pause in the middle of combat at some point anyway, because it's better to go in fresh with this one, I know. But I want to get to a certain point. We'll see what happens.
I feel like it could be over faster than we think.
It could. It could.
I could apply it under tap in the same turn, but that means I just get in melee, and I really don't really want to do that. Alright, we're just gonna
Just send it.
Just-
Fully send it.
just shoot her, yeah?
Yeah, do it.
Wait, what am I doing? Am I shooting her, or am I just
Yeah.
running balls to the wall?
Whatever,
Whichever you
whatever
prefer.
your heart tells.
Yeah, whichever you think's gonna do more damage, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to use my action to apply Wyvern poison to Colin.
Wyvern, sorry. I said Ivan poison.
I can't
Okay.
say the word.
That's cool.
I'm going to take opportunity attacks, but
Maybe not as many as you think.
I don't
I
think
can
so.
get here.
I don't think
Someone's
that's. You're still in base contact. with
Oh
everybody.
yeah. I'm gonna boop.
Yeah, you can squeeze between the space in the pillar and behind them if you wanted. I will say though, as you do that, the pillar feels like it pulls you towards it just so slightly. And I'd like you to just make one quick dexterity saving throw.
That's 20.
You are absolutely fine. It's just maybe it's in your mind, but you navigate between the thug and the obelisk, and you've managed to get right in the face of Zagmira here. And what a face it is.
Okay. So, yeah, going to attack. 16.
16 would be a hit. Now, do I shield or not shield? I think so. We're going to shield it. Yes. You suddenly see a magical red barrier appear, and it looks like blood just emanates from her. And as you hit into it, you actually see splatters of it on your blade. But she has protected herself. She now has a higher AC than what that would hit with, I'm afraid.
It's okay.
This is a good thing.
I think I would
Agreed.
stay here 5, 10, 15. I can run back to here.
You want to go back out of it? Okay.
I
Then-
know I'm gonna take opportunity
You could
attacks.
just go to right in front of Vorn.
I could just go right over. Yeah,
You would still be in the sphere.
I know I'm gonna get out the sphere.
Oh, is the sphere distance
This
like
is a 20,
locked in?
20 foot.
It's 25.
That's but that's the rate. That's the sphere that's going to happen in no matter what.
My
that's
sphere.
that's like effective
When it
sphere,
comes-
so-
When it comes around to Jason's turn, you can decide where to
You
put
could
it.
pick it. You can pick it wherever, right?
Yeah, I'll just take more and definitely get out of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Move
I
your
mean, but they're
token.
going to move. They're going to move before that anyway. So
Okay. So 2 of the thugs do try to swing at you with a mace.
do you get 2 attacks, Revia?
I used my action to.
You see your dread ambusher, and then your offhand, right?
Ooh.
You have to take the attack action to get an offhand
Yeah.
attack.
That's it.
even though she's technically doing an attack with Dread Ambusher?
Because I used my bonus action to do my offhand attack.
So you moved in 20.
Okay.
Sorry, so you moved in 20 foot.
Oh,
Took
I
your.
moved in 20. Sorry, that was 15.
Took an attack. Which attack was that one?
That was a bonus action.
Yeah, so it's still you still get your
I think
Dread Ambusher, right?
to do a bonus action attack, you actually have to go main attack first, then bonus action attack. That's fine. It doesn't change anything because. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, no, it does change something. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, then can you even do the Dread Ambusher one?
You the Dread Ambusher, you can only, if you take the attack action on that turn, you can make one additional weapon attack as part of that action, but I used my action to
Okay.
put shit on my... Fuck, I should've just shot her with it. Ah!
Hold on. Let me try and rectify all this. You haven't.
Sorry.
What did you use your action for? Just an attack?
I used my action
Poison.
to poison on it.
Ah, to apply the poison. Okay. Okay. Yes. In that case, unfortunately,
Yeah, no, that's not...
So you wouldn't be able to attack at all then?
no. That kind of. I'll say that. That was your kind of Dread Ambusher attack, effectively. Yeah, it's a bit of a ball ache.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay, sorry, it's really late. My brain wasn't.
It
That's
is.
my bad, I'm sorry.
No worries. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know one of the thugs completely misses you with a natural one.
Great.
And the second one.
Yeah.
The second one does hit for 5 bludgeoning. I forgot to target you. Okay. All right. Let's go down. Do one round of this. Thuggerson. Where is he? Oh, it's literally the thug you just got back out of range from. Okay. He's gonna run in, and Zagmira is also going to command them to pick out particular targets. Jason. He pulls that. Oh wait, he's got the crossbow in hand, isn't he? He's probably gonna. No, screw that. He's got his mace now. He's gonna swing at you, Jason, with his mace. He's just gonna rush straight in. And go for a swing. Let's really put the pressure on. Oh god, I'm lagging. Fucking hell. I just want to... There we go, Jesus.
That's a miss.
Okay, alright. Another attack. Jesus. So the first mace comes clean over your head. You're easily able to duck it. These guys move quite slowly and cumbersome. But nonetheless, he's posing some threat towards you. And the second mace. When it flipping well throws it. There we go. Sorry, I'm rolling too many. Anyway, 15 would be the hit.
That's also a miss.
Okay, also miss. Alright. Man, I'm lagging like crazy. So, this is one of the most disgusting things I'm about to do, but to your left, you suddenly feel a chill. An icy wind begins to whip up, and again, out of nowhere, an icy blast has just shot across the entire group. In fact, I'd probably kill the thug on
Everybody?
the side. Sorry, did I say the left? I meant the right. It is everyone, I think. Yeah. Including
15 foot, you
Direct.
said?
It is a... I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw. In fact, let me just try and cast a template. Give me a quick check. Second. It's only because I'm lagging
Cast
so
the
hard.
spell that it should place down.
Yeah.
It should target us all. Not the same sort of thing.
Let me do that. Where the There it is.
So you got con saves.
I will in a second. Let me just. I'm moving like at snail's pace right here. Cause I'm lagging like crazy. Might be best just to call it, but I'm gonna do one of these anyway. Da, 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 da. Goodness me. Can't get it to line up properly. There we go.
Oh shit, it's a huge cone.
Oh god, it's rolled for you anyway.
I also don't take damage from cold.
You're immune to cold.
Bring it, buddy.
Okay.
Immediate down. I think I'm going to be using my reaction to cast Absorb Element.
Okay.
And I
you-
take half of that too.
I will allow the absorb elements, but in this case, because you can't see who's casting it, counterspell is probably off the table. Jesus, did the lion actually make it? Wow.
How much damage was
Doesn't
it?
matter, the lion's got 1 hit point, so.
You'd think that. This is natural lion. It's got 35 hit points.
What was the damage total? I can't actually see the roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
the roll was.
Are you rolling privately?
No, I'm not. It did.
I saw the rolls.
It did come from a stealth creature though. That was probably why. So the damage roll was 35.
Just enough to do me. So I'm taking 60.
Okay.
35. So half of 35 is 17, and half
can
of 17 is
Quick question. Can you see the template?
9. Yeah.
Okay, so you know the point of origin was somewhere around here. But whatever fired that thing is still very much invisible by the looks. Okay, that's gonna end its go. Orvex, holy fuck, Orvex is down. No!
He's a Orvex is a statue.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Orvex did enough damage to overkill him. Poor Orvex, no! Oh god, okay. That is brutal.
You did it.
I
You
know.
did this, Chris.
He made his save, didn't he?
No.
17?
Oh, was it? Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
he had a 17.
So 17
10
halved
hit points.
is 16. So he's on death saves. Holy crap. Alright. Orvex is not a statue of ice. He had that extra
You
boost.
better not use
Because he
points.
leveled up. He had 11 HP. Oh my god. Wait, no, he got 7. Well, whatever. Yeah, no, 11 because he took the tough feat. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so I need to roll a death save for the poor guy. Holy crap. It's probably not worth saving, I understand, but
Not 20. Not 20. Pretty good.
it's pretty good. Alright, 1 save for Orvex. It is Ignea's go.
And this thug did or didn't die.
The thug in the front. I should have not thrown him in the way, but yeah, he's dead. Fully dead.
Okay.